Hello everyone and welcome to my General Hospital Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. A shocking betrayal. Rick's bad prognosis, lucky panics, and GH anniversary fun. The General Hospital teaser video suggests that the week of March 31st to April 4th will be full of surprises. GH recently released its weekly preview video, and it appears like the next 5 days will be full with drama and joy. The preview video begins on a lighter note, celebrating the show's anniversary milestone, which occurs on Tuesday, April 1st. General Hospital is celebrating 62 years on the air by dedicating a wing to legend Monica Quartermaine. The episode will focus on the doctor's impact on Port Charles over the years, so viewers can expect some nostalgic flashbacks as the daytime drama pays tribute to a key figure on the show. The weekly advertisement video begins with a snapshot of the late Edward Quartermaine, with Tracy Quartermaine watching the image. Terry Randolph, the hospital's co-chief of staff, may be heard on a voiceover saying, "It's General Hospital's anniversary." A clip shows Felicia Scorpio strolling through the hospital, with Carly Spencer and Donna Corinthos as the patient advocate declaring, "And I have a feeling it's just getting started." Scenes quickly pass between Alexis Davis, Jason Morgan, and Anna Devane's anxious expressions, with Sonny Corinthos smiling in the final shot. This is when the promotional film transitions from celebration mode to gloomy and eerie. Christina Corinthos Davis is shown staring on in horror, as paramedics attach Rick Lansing to a gurney while he wears a neck brace. Christina can be heard in the voiceover saying, "I don't understand, it was supposed to be Ava." The image suddenly turns to Lucky Spencer running to the scene of the collision in a panic, yelling Elizabeth Baldwin's name as a first responder attempts to keep him away. The final scene of the General Hospital teaser features a concerned Molly Lansing Davis at the hospital as Lucas Jones approaches her. She asks, "How is my father doing?" While Lucas says, "Why don't we go sit down?" Molly braces herself for terrible news. According to General Hospital spoilers, Lucas will tell Molly bad news regarding her father. Even if Rick survives the incident, it appears like he will face a long road to recovery, with potential life-term spinal cord disorders that will limit his mobility in the future. The main concern is whether Christina will come forward and accept responsibility for what she has done. Will Lucky throw her under the bus? Only time will tell. Christina's next move. Rick's awful prognosis, lucky panics, and GH anniversary fun. General Hospital has long been a source of drama, romance, and surprising turns. With the show commemorating its milestone year, fans can expect a roller coaster of emotions as important plotlines develop. Among the most fascinating developments are Christina Corinthos Davis' next move, Rick Lansing's dreadful diagnosis, Lucky Spencer's panic-inducing homecoming, and the spectacular anniversary festivities that promise nostalgia and surprises. Christina's next steps. A dangerous game? Christina Corinthos Davis has always been a complex character, torn between her gangster father, Sonny Corinthos, and her quest for freedom. She has recently become involved in perilous circumstances, which are frequently the result of her rash decisions. With new challenges arising in Port Charles, Christina may be embarking on a risky new chapter. A family at war. Christina's affiliation with the Corinthos family makes her a target. With Sonny's business continually under attack, Christina may find herself drawn into the mob wars, whether she wants to or not. Her relationship with her half-brother, Michael Corinthos, has been rocky in the past, but can they band together against a common enemy? Romantic entanglements. Christina's romantic life has never been uncomplicated. Will she revive an old flame, or is there a new love interest on the way? Given her past of deception and heartache, any love move she makes may have serious consequences. A shocking secret? GH likes a good secret. Could Christina be concealing something explosive? Whether it's a hidden pregnancy, a secret partnership, or a perilous scheme, her every action might send shockwaves through Port Charles. Rick Lansing's bad prognosis. A tragic twist. Rick Lansing has been a divisive personality in Port Charles. Charismatic yet deceptive, compassionate but destructive. His recent health problem has left admirers wondering if this is the last of Rick. A fatal diagnosis? According to rumors, Rick may be battling a life-threatening disease. If this is the case, there may be tearful farewells, particularly with his ex-wife Elizabeth Weber and daughter Molly Lansing Davis. Will he seek redemption before it is too late? Unfinished business. Rick has left numerous ruined relationships in his wake. Will his condition motivate him to make amends, or will he revert to old tricks? His relationship with Sonny, Alexis, and perhaps Hayden Barnes may re-emerge in spectacular form. A villain's final stand? If Rick's time is up, he might leave with a bang. Could he pull off one last plot, leaving devastation in his wake? Will he eventually find peace? Lucky Spencer panics. A return filled with drama. Jonathan Jackson's reappearance as Lucky Spencer has sent fans into a frenzy. Lucky's arrival will undoubtedly cause havoc, particularly for Elizabeth, Nicholas, and his children. Reuniting with Elizabeth. Liz and Lucky have one of GH's most popular love tales. But with Finn in the picture, will Lucky's homecoming reignite old flames or inflict heartbreak? Fatherhood struggles. Lucky has been an absent father to Aiden, Cam, and Jake. His abrupt reappearance may cause joy or hatred. How will his boys react when they meet him again? A new mystery. Lucky's comeback might not be as simple as it appears. Is he returned for good? Or is there a secret agenda? Could he be involved in a broader conspiracy? GH Anniversary Fun. Celebrating decades of drama. As General Hospital celebrates another milestone, viewers can expect special episodes, returning legends and sentimental memories. Iconic returns. Vanessa Marcil, Tyler Christopher, and even Anthony Geary, who were formerly fan favorites, may make surprise debuts. Epic flashbacks. Classic moments will be revisited, reminding viewers of GH's rich past, including Luke and Laura's wedding and Sonny and Brenda's passionate love affair. A major twist. Anniversaries on soap operas can feature game-changing twists. Will a character considered dead return? Will a long-standing mystery finally be resolved? Conclusion. Port Charles prepares for explosive drama. With Christina's reckless decisions, Rick's terrible fate, Lucky's turbulent return, and the anniversary celebrations, General Hospital promises to bring unforgettable drama. Fans should buckle up. Anything may happen in Port Charles. General Hospital spoilers and updates for Monday, March 31st include useful counsel, hot trails, and fear. Molly Lansing Davis offers helpful advice, Jason Morgan and Sonny Corinthos pursue a hot lead, and Lucky Spencer panics. Good advice. Molly gives her friend Cody Bell some honest advice at Charlie's pub, questioning whether his presence is appropriate. She recalls times when Cody overindulged in drink, causing him to say and do things he subsequently regretted, particularly given his recent legal troubles. Although he was erroneously accused of stealing his own car, the problem seemed to have been resolved. Molly clearly cares for Cody, and their friendship has grown since the night they were locked on the hospital roof together. However, she hopes to avoid a recurrence of the turmoil that occurred at the Black Dog Bar, when he found he and Sasha Corbin are cousins. Law enforcement meeting. At the PCPD, just outside the police commissioner's office, Max Scorpio has a serious chat with Anna Devane. He hands her some documents and, sensing her sorrow, expresses concern about whether she will feel the same way. He hands her the documents and asks, "Why don't you look at this?" His tone implies that she should reevaluate her position on an issue that is plainly related to the contents of the documents, resulting in a role reversal. Is he addressing the demolition of the Quartermain vault? Or is there another issue at hand? Family talks. Anna's granddaughter, Emma Scorpio Drake, appears to be in Anna's office, sad and dejected. Emma exclaims, "I can't believe what you just said." Her disappointment was clear as she sat shackled next to Tracy Quartermain in the Quartermain tomb when Anna arrived to take them into prison. It's plausible that the documents Mac was showing Anna were relevant to this situation. Could he have unearthed a grandfather clause, or something regarding Valentine Cassadine? Emma felt let down when Anna insisted at the crypt that the rules be followed, especially after the bulldozer driver said he had no role in transporting bodies. Regardless of what Emma and Anna talked about, Emma's anguish is palpable. Drew is making demands. Meanwhile, somewhere, most likely in Drew Quartermain's office, he is having a heated phone call over the crypt's demolition. He's demanding action, yelling, "Get it done no matter how you do it." Councilman Ezra Boyle had emphasized conservation efforts over family legacies, which drew criticism. Drew is clearly indifferent to family legacies or the respect shown to the deceased, especially given that his own father, Alan Quartermain, is among them. Following hot trails. Meanwhile, Sunny and Jason remain in Toronto, temporarily staying at the residence of the elusive hitman Soliski, who appears to be missing. Although their efforts appear to be futile, Sunny assures Jason that the trail may still be heeded. He is determined to stay until they find out who hired Soliski, who claims he was paid in cryptocurrencies. Will they find the answers they so need, or will they have to return to Port Charles empty-handed? Can they track down who paid Soliski in Bitcoin and identify the villain responsible for nearly destroying Michael Corinthos? Panic. After Christina Corinthos Davis told Lucky about a mistake she made with Ava Jerome, he dashed out of Charlie's in search of her. His intention was to put an end to whatever problem Christina had started before it got out of hand, but instead he found himself witnessing a car accident. Christina's car may have been engaged in the accident, and she may have been injured, but Rick Lansing and Elizabeth Baldwin were undoubtedly involved, as Rick had parked in Ava's assigned place. Christina thought she had tampered with Ava's brake lines, but it turned out to be Rick's car that was impacted. Lucky is now in a panic. He's being restrained by police at the collision site, with one officer assuring him that they're doing everything they can for her. It appears that her refers to Liz. Christina's next move: Rick's bad prognosis, Lucky panics, and GH anniversary fun. A deep dive. General Hospital has spent decades offering high-stakes drama, and the current plots are no different. As the show commemorates its anniversary, fans are exposed to a roller coaster of emotions, from tragic medical diagnoses to shocking returns and nostalgic celebrations. In this 2,000-word analysis, we'll look at the key topics affecting Port Charles right now, including Christina Corinthos Davis' next move, Rick Lansing's severe health problem, Lucky Spencer's panic-inducing homecoming, and the must-see anniversary events. Part 1: Christina's next move. Is there a dangerous path ahead? Christina Corinthos Davis has always been pulled between two worlds: her family's criminal connections and her quest for freedom. Now, as new threats arise in Port Charles, Christina may be entering her most dangerous chapter yet. 1.1 Caught in the crossfire of the Corinthos mob wars. Sonny Corinthos' empire is constantly under attack, and Christina's closeness to him makes her a target. Recent tensions between Sonny and his new opponent Jason Morgan could draw her into the conflict. Would she take a stance against the family company? Become an unexpected pawn? Team up with Michael? 1.2 Romantic turmoil. Old flames or new beginnings? Christina's love life has been a catastrophe. Now that her ex, Parker, may return or a new love interest enters the picture, will she reconcile with Parker? Fall for someone dangerous? Rekindle sparks with an old flame. 1.3 A surprising secret that may change everything. Just like a good secret. What if Christina is concealing something explosive? Possibilities include a secret pregnancy, a covert alliance, a perilous double life. Prediction: Christina will be forced to choose between protecting her family and saving herself, resulting in a dramatic confrontation around mid-season. Part 2: Rick Lansing's unfortunate prognosis. A tragic end or a redemption story. Rick Lansing has been a villain, a manipulator, and on times a guy looking for forgiveness. With rumors of a life-threatening disease, his story could take a tragic turn. 2.1 A terminal diagnosis. Will he make amendments? If Rick is actually suffering a deadly illness, his final days may include reconnecting with Elizabeth, bonding with Molly, a final encounter with Sunny. 2.2 A villain's final scheme. Even if Rick is dying, he may not go gently. Could he blackmail someone to ensure his family's future? Fake his illness for vengeance? Will he sacrifice himself to save someone? 2.3 The fallout. Who will mourn? Rick has made numerous enemies. Potential reactions. Alexis. Will she pity him or remain cold? Aiden. Might she return to settle past scores? Will the Corinthos family show mercy or indifference? Prediction: Rick's death will be heartbreaking, possibly with a final act of sacrifice that will divide fans. Part 3. Lucky Spencer returns. Panic in Port Charles. Jonathan Jackson's reappearance as Lucky Spencer has sent shockwaves across the fan community. His reappearance will definitely disturb lives, particularly Elizabeth's. 3.1 Liz, Finn and Lucky, is the love triangle reborn? Elizabeth is currently with Hamilton Finn, but Lucky's homecoming may rekindle old sentiments. Will Liz, are you caught between previous love and present stability? Finn is threatened and commits a deadly error? Does Lucky have ulterior motives? 3.2 Fatherhood struggles. Reconnecting with his sons. Lucky has been absent for Aiden, Cam, and Jake. How will they respond? Cam might resent him. Aiden could be looking for a romance. Jake might not even remember him. 3.3 Is Lucky hiding something? Given GH's background, his comeback may not be what it appears. Possible twists. He's working undercover. He is in danger himself. He's not very lucky. Prediction. Lucky's reappearance will spark a significant problem, potentially putting one of his sons in jeopardy, forcing Liz to choose between Finn and him. Part 4. GH Anniversary Fun, Nostalgia, Returns, and Shocking Twists. As General Hospital marks another milestone, viewers may expect 4.1 Legendary returns. Luke Spencer, Brenda Barrett, Nicolaus Cassadine. 4.2 Epic flashbacks and callbacks. Revisiting Luke and Laura's wedding. Clips from Sunny and Brenda's love journey. An allusion to the Metro Court hostage situation. 4.3 A game-changing anniversary twist. A character who was thought to be dead returns. Long-lost child revealed. A surprise marriage or death. Prediction. The anniversary episodes will include at least one major comeback, and a cliffhanger that foreshadows the next major narrative. Final thoughts. Port Charles prepares for explosive drama. With Christina's hazardous decisions, Rick's awful fate, Lucky's turbulent return, and the anniversary celebrations, General Hospital is poised to deliver its most dramatic season ever. Every character faces life-altering decisions, and viewers may expect a major character dies, a shocking betrayal, a passionate turmoil, a legacy return that alters everything, unwavering loyalty. Lucky and Christina share a deep bond, perhaps they're siblings, childhood friends, or lovers. The thought of abandoning Christina in her darkest hour is unthinkable. Fear of losing her. If Lucky refuses, Christina might take drastic measures, fleeing, harming herself, or even turning herself in and facing a harsh sentence. Belief in Christina's goodness. Lucky may rationalize that Christina isn't a bad person. She made a terrible mistake and deserves a second chance. Mutual dependence. If Lucky has their own secrets, Christina might subtly or overtly remind them of past favors, creating a sense of obligation. Despite these reasons, Lucky hesitates. They know this is wrong. But when Christina looks at them with tear-filled eyes and whispers, "Please, I have no one else," Lucky caves. Section 3. The cover-up. How do they do it? The mechanics of the cover-up depend on the crime, but some common steps include destroying evidence, burning clothes, wiping fingerprints, disposing of murder weapons, or deleting digital trails, creating an alibi, fabricating witnesses, manipulating timestamps, or pretending they were together elsewhere, silencing witnesses. If someone saw something, Lucky might intimidate or bribe them into staying quiet, manipulating the investigation, feeding false leads to detectives, or redirecting suspicion toward an innocent party. Each step tightens the knot of guilt around Lucky's conscience. They lie to friends, family, and authorities, their stomach churning with every false word. Section 4. The psychological toll. As days pass, the weight of their actions begins to crush both Christina and Lucky. Paranoia. Every knock on the door, every sideways glance from a coworker, feels like an accusation. Guilt. Lucky wakes up in cold sweats, imagining the victim's face. Christina jumps at sirens, convinced the police are coming for her. Strained relationship. The secret breeds tension. Christina becomes erratic, snapping at Lucky for minor mistakes. Lucky resents her for dragging them into this mess. Moral deterioration. To maintain the lie, they must tell more lies, crossing lines they never imagined. Section 5. The breaking point. Eventually, something gives. Maybe. A witness comes forward. Someone saw Christina near the crime scene. Forensic evidence surfaces. An overlooked clue links her to the act. Lucky can't take it anymore. The guilt becomes unbearable, and they consider confessing. Now their loyalty is tested like never before. Does Lucky continue protecting Christina? even if it means going down with her? Or do they betray her to save themselves? Section 6. Possible endings. The truth comes out. Authorities uncover the crime, and both face consequences. Christina is arrested, and Lucky is charged as an accomplice. Redemption through confession. Lucky convinces Christina to turn herself in, hoping for leniency due to remorse. A life built on lies. They get away with it, but their relationship is forever poisoned by secrecy and mistrust. A sacrifice. Lucky takes the blame, letting Christina go free, either out of love or because she manipulates them into it. Conclusion: the cost of loyalty. In the end, the story explores how far someone will go for the person they love, and whether that loyalty is a virtue or a weakness. Lucky's choice to help Christina cover her crime changes both of them forever, proving that some secrets are too heavy to carry alone. Portia and Nina resort to drastic measures to take down Drew. In the high-stakes world of Port Charles, secrets, schemes, and power plays drive the lives of its residents. Among the many conflicts brewing, one has escalated to an all-out war. Portia Robinson and Nina Reeves joining forces against Drew Kane. The situation is complex, with emotional entanglements, past betrayals, and strategic maneuvering playing a crucial role in their quest to take Drew down. But what could have pushed these two women to such extreme lengths, and what are the potential consequences of their actions? The root of the conflict. Drew Kane has long been regarded as one of Port Charles's more level-headed and moral residents. However, in recent months, his increasing involvement in the power struggles at Aurora Media, his alliances, and his perceived threats to both Portia and Nina have made him an enemy worth targeting. Portia's anger toward Drew stems from his unwavering support for Curtis Ashford, her husband, despite their recent marital struggles. Drew has encouraged Curtis to reconnect with Jordan Ashford, something that has only fueled Portia's insecurities and fears of losing her marriage. On the other hand, Nina's vendetta against Drew has been brewing since her exposure for tipping off the SEC about Carly and Drew's insider trading deal. This revelation caused a ripple effect, leading to Drew's imprisonment and further alienating Nina from Sonny Corinthos and his family. Despite her attempts to mend fences, Drew has remained one of her most vocal critics, making it impossible for her to rebuild trust with Sonny and others in Port Charles. With both women feeling cornered and desperate, their only solution is to eliminate Drew as a formidable player in their lives. A devious alliance. Portia and Nina are unlikely allies, as their paths rarely intersect outside of social events and shared acquaintances. However, desperation makes strange bedfellows, and their mutual disdain for Drew brings them together. Initially, their conversations are passive, with Nina merely venting about Drew's meddling and Portia expressing frustration over his influence on Curtis. But soon a plan begins to take shape, one that will systematically dismantle Drew's reputation, his business empire, and perhaps even his personal relationships. The first strike, planting doubt. Knowing that Drew has a sterling reputation as an upstanding businessman and war hero, Portia and Nina recognize that they need to be strategic. Their first move is to plant seeds of doubt in his professional relationships. Nina, who still has access to powerful circles in the business world, begins spreading rumors about Drew's instability following his prison stint. Portia, leveraging her credibility in the medical community, subtly questions whether Drew's time in captivity left him psychologically unfit to manage Aurora Media effectively. This carefully crafted narrative spreads like wildfire, forcing Drew to constantly defend himself against unfounded claims. Investors become uneasy, and employees start whispering about his potential breakdown. The pressure is on, and Drew has no idea where it's coming from. The next move, sabotaging business deals. Portia and Nina take their strategy a step further by directly interfering with Drew's business dealings. Nina, using her remaining connections at Crimson and within the media industry, arranges for negative press about Aurora Media to circulate. Articles questioning the company's stability, its leadership, and its ability to compete against larger corporations make their rounds, influencing stockholders and stakeholders alike. Portia meanwhile gets Curtis involved unknowingly. By feeding Curtis misinformation about Drew's business dealings, she makes Curtis wary of maintaining his partnership with Aurora. When Curtis voices concerns about potential liabilities, other partners hesitate to back Drew in major projects, leaving him scrambling to keep everything afloat. Christina's next move, Jocelyn's life-changing news. Special anniversary episode. Introduction. Soap operas thrive on drama, suspense, and unexpected twists, and General Hospital has mastered the art of keeping fans on the edge of their seats. In this special anniversary episode, three major storylines collide. Christina Corinthos Davis makes a pivotal decision that could alter her future, Jocelyn Jacks receives shocking news that changes everything, and the residents of Port Charles reflect on the past while facing an uncertain future. As relationships are tested and secrets come to light, this episode promises to be one of the most explosive in recent memory. Christina's next move. A crossroads in her life. Christina Corinthos Davis has always been a complex character, torn between her loyalty to her family and her desire for independence. Recently, she has been at a crossroads, struggling with her career, her love life, and her place in the powerful Corinthos clan. Career dilemma. Law or activism. Christina has been passionate about social justice and advocacy, but her father, Sonny Corinthos, has subtly, and sometimes not so subtly, pushed her toward a more stable career in law. With Molly's success as an attorney, Christina feels the pressure to follow in her sister's footsteps. However, her heart lies in activism, particularly in LGBTQ+ rights and domestic violence awareness, a cause close to her due to her past with Kiefer Bauer. In this episode, Christina receives an unexpected offer, a high-profile position with a national advocacy organization. The catch? It would require her to leave Port Charles. Will she choose stability and family? Or will she take a leap of faith and pursue her passion? Romantic complications. A love triangle reignites? Christina's love life has been relatively quiet, but sparks may fly again with an old flame. Fans remember her tumultuous relationship with Parker from the Perennials, and rumors swirl that Parker may return to Port Charles. Meanwhile, a new character, an idealistic journalist covering her advocacy work, could become a romantic wild card. If Christina leaves town, will she go alone? Or will love convince her to stay? Family tensions. Sonny's reaction. Sonny Corinthos has always been protective of his children, but his overbearing nature has caused friction with Christina before. If she decides to leave, how will he react? And how will Alexis, her fiercely independent mother, advise her? A heated confrontation between father and daughter seems inevitable, especially if Sonny tries to interfere. Jocelyn's life-changing news. A bombshell revelation. Jocelyn Jacks has been through a lot, losing Oscar, navigating college life, and dealing with the fallout from Dex's secrets. But nothing prepares her for the news she receives in this episode. A shocking diagnosis or an unexpected pregnancy. There are two possible directions for Jocelyn's storyline. Health crisis. Jocelyn may discover she has a serious medical condition, possibly linked to her past battles with illness. Given her mother Carly's history with Huntington's disease, this could be a devastating revelation. Pregnancy bombshell. Alternatively, Jocelyn could learn she's pregnant, possibly with Dex's baby. Given their complicated relationship and Dex's ties to Sonny's criminal world, this would create major drama. Either way, Jocelyn's life is about to change forever. How will Dex react? If Jocelyn is pregnant, Dex's reaction will be crucial. Will he step up, or will his dangerous connections force him to distance himself? And how will Carly and Jax respond to their daughter being entangled with a man linked to Sonny's organization? Carly's motherly instincts versus Jocelyn's independence. Carly has always been fiercely protective of her children, but Jocelyn is now an adult who wants to make her own choices. If Jocelyn keeps the baby, Carly may push for her to leave Port Charles to escape the mob influences. But will Jocelyn listen, or will she defy her mother just as Carly once defied her own parents? Special anniversary episode. A look back and a leap forward. As General Hospital celebrates another milestone, this episode will feature nostalgic callbacks, emotional reunions, and hints about the future. Flashbacks and legacy characters. Expect appearances from fan favorites, perhaps even a surprise return from a beloved character like Robin Scorpio or Lucky Spencer. Flashbacks will highlight pivotal moments in Port Charles history, tying into current storylines. A cliffhanger ending. No anniversary episode would be complete without a jaw-dropping cliffhanger. Possibilities include a major character collapsing. Is someone dying? A surprise wedding or betrayal. The return of a presumed dead villain. Hello, Helena Cassadine. Conclusion. A turning point for Port Charles. This special anniversary episode is more than just a celebration. It's a game changer. Christina's decision will redefine her path. Jocelyn's news will send shockwaves through her family, and the entire town will feel the impact. With emotional performances, unexpected twists, and the signature drama that has kept fans hooked for decades, this episode is must-see TV. Will Christina leave Port Charles? Will Jocelyn embrace motherhood or face a health battle? And what other secrets will come to light? One thing is certain. After this episode, nothing in Port Charles will ever be the same. Lucky helps Christina cover for her crime. A tale of loyalty, guilt, and consequences. Introduction. A fateful decision. Christina never intended to commit a crime. It was an accident, a moment of panic, a split-second decision that spiraled out of control. But now the evidence points directly at her, and if discovered, she could lose everything. Her freedom, her reputation, her future. Desperate, she turns to the one person she trusts implicitly, Lucky. Lucky has always been Christina's confidant, the one who stood by her through every hardship. But this is different. This isn't just keeping a secret. This is actively deceiving authorities, destroying evidence, and lying to everyone they care about. Helping Christina means crossing a moral line, but refusing could mean losing her forever. What follows is a tense, emotionally charged journey as Lucky becomes entangled in Christina's crime, navigating guilt, fear, and the ever-looming threat of exposure. Section 1. The crime. What did Christina do? Before delving into Lucky's involvement, it's crucial to understand the crime itself. Christina's actions could range from a tragic accident to a deliberate but justifiable act. Some possibilities include manslaughter. Perhaps Christina was involved in a fatal car accident while distracted or under the influence. She fled the scene, too terrified to face the consequences. Self-defense gone wrong. Maybe she was attacked and, in the struggle, killed her assailant. Fear of not being believed led her to hide the body. Financial crime. Embezzlement, fraud, or theft. Something that started small but escalated beyond her control. A crime of passion. In a moment of rage, she harmed someone she loved and now regrets it deeply. Regardless of the specifics, Christina is now burdened with guilt and fear. She knows she should confess, but self-preservation kicks in. That's when she turns to Lucky. Section 2. Lucky's dilemma. Why help Christina? Lucky isn't a criminal. They've never broken the law beyond minor infractions. So why would they agree to help Christina bury such a dark secret? Several factors come into play.